Gunung Pulai, an underrated historical landmark, formed some 450 million years ago by the collision of tectonic plates in Baling Kedah, is in danger of being wiped off the map. The battle to preserve the 613-meter tall mountain began in 1996 when the then state government approved a quarrying project to UCAT Holdings in Ran Berhad, but the project did not take off then. Gunung Pulai's fate now balances thinly on whether any other plans for it outweighs the supposed financial gains for the Kedah state government from an approved limestone quarrying project. Now, the villagers in the area, with the support of NGOs and several individuals, are fighting to keep the mountain intact. There are some 500 households in the vicinity of the mountain.
Dia akan mula letupan di atas, 100 meter daripada atas. Runtuh ke turun ke bawah. Mana daripada kaki Gunung Pulai tu dengan gunung yang sedia ada ni, yang kecil, gunung kecil ni, saya ingat lebih kurang 70-80 meter je. Macam mana nak melepati dengan zon bawah, zon yang dia kata 200 meter tu? Macam mana dia kata dia ni akan selamat? Dia kata aktiviti pelancongan, melawat gua ke, mendaki gunung ke. Dia kata diteruskan seperti biasa.
UCAT had in July told the villagers not to worry too much, as only advanced technology would be used to extract the resources from the mountain. The proponents of this proposed project also argued that if the site remained in its existing condition, the area adjacent to it shall not enjoy the benefits in terms of development and reutilization of the area. At this critical juncture, a fresh EIA is being carried out to justify the extraction of the resources buried underneath this iconic Baling landmark. For the record, the previous EIAs had missed out on the compulsory heritage impact assessment of the area. The National Heritage Department confirmed that this requirement, a prerequisite involving projects that could damage valuable historical artifacts, was not done. The federal agency is not alone in its thinking that Gunung Pulai and its still undiscovered heritage could potentially rewrite history. Two experts, a geomorphologist and an archaeologist, have also weighed in their concerns over the fate of the mountain.
You must understand how mining is done. So, for example, here, like I mentioned earlier, the complex of Bali is small. So we have many caves here, and if you have explosion in one part of the same complex, what do you think happened to the rest of the complex?
Kajian arkeologi di kawasan tu dah dijalankan lama dah, pada tahun 1936 oleh H.D. Collins. So dia kata masyarakat yang duduk di kawasan Gunung Pulai itu terdiri daripada masyarakat prasejarah yang mengamalkan kebudayaan Hobbinian and then Neolithic. Kajian kami pula dekat Gua Sirih tu, kita hanya dapatkan data pentarihan tu berdasarkan kepada siput yang dah jadi sedimented dengan kapur dan kat dinding kan. So kita dapati bahawa sejak 14,500 tahun yang lalu masyarakat prasejarah sudah mendiami Gua Sirih lah.
If you were to carry out a thorough study on Gunung Pulai, Dok, will you likely find fossils and artifacts that are more ancient than those you had found?
It could be.
Experts and scientists had established that the formations within the range, including its magnificent caves, date back some 450 million years between the Silurian and Devonian ages. This ultimately makes it one of the country's oldest mountain ranges. According to the EIA report, with 16.6 million square meters to be mined, the company would extract some 52,000 tons of limestone a month, assuming it operates 10 hours a day with 100 lorry trips per day. It would have mined 40.2 million metric tons of limestone when it is finally done. That, based on projected calculations, would rake in about 800 million worth of limestone. Dividing that over the 78 years of the projected lifespan of the quarry, the mining company would make no more than 10 million ringgit a year. Those fighting to save the mountain are convinced that with the right amount of political will and support, Gunung Pulai and its surrounding areas, which offer a multitude of tourism attractions, would be able to generate a sustainable, long-term income stream for the state, providing the locals with business opportunities in the hospitality, food and beverage, pharmaceutical and ecotourism industries, while preserving the environment and Baling's aesthetics.
sebenarnya kalau dah ada tapak arkeologi tu, dia dah boleh jadi satu justifikasi yang cukup kuat untuk kita preserve ataupun kita pelihara Gunung Pulai tu daripada apa-apa jenis pembangunan.
This will also save the state from spending millions of ringgit to mitigate possible environmental damage caused by quarrying activities. While little solid arguments have surfaced to strongly back the preservation of the mountain, some digging up have revealed that the authorities had indeed declared the area Kedah's protected geoheritage site. Official signages in the area to indicate its status were never erected. This status, which effectively classifies it as a national level heritage site, was never given the attention it warranted for reasons that were never explained. Bukit Baling, which stands at the other end of this horseshoe-shaped range, had over the past years been systematically mined for its limestone. The Department of Minerals and Geoscience is the federal agency responsible for, among others, the systematic investigation of geoscience and the environment, as well as identifying areas of possible geological values that had yet to be fully explored. Its director for Kedah, Perlis and Penang, Azhari Ahmad, said the department had given its input on areas that the AIA must cover. Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Mukris Mahathir had in September said,
yang menjadi pertimbangan ialah kepentingan masyarakat di sini. Kalau tuan-tuan dan puan-puan rasakan bahawa ada nilai di sebalik kuari batu kapur yang boleh dimanfaatkan oleh masyarakat setempat, maka itu akan kami ambil kira. Tetapi kalau tuan-tuan rasakan ada nilai yang boleh diraih melalui aktiviti pelancongan, itu juga akan kami ambil kira.
He had also told the villagers to strengthen their case by making good of the mountain. They certainly are doing their part, aggressively planning and promoting the natural heritage potential of Gunung Pulai. The villagers had embarked on a systematic and concerted program to tap the ecotourism potential offered by Gunung Pulai and its cave network, including mountain climbing and hiking and cave exploration, since the countdown for the quarrying was set to have begun. And here's a piece of good news for the locals in Gunung Pulai.
UKM boleh bantulah sebab UKM pernah buat kajian kat kawasan situ. Input arkeologi itu akan dijadikan data yang dalam heritage trail lah besok.
Misran Muhammad Yusof, National Heritage Department Director General, said if the area was declared a National Heritage Site, the Preservation Management Plan and site guidelines for it would come into play. When this happens, the site, he said, would be better protected and preserved. The National Heritage Department's and experts' fears are valid. If the quarry were to proceed, all historical and archaeological evidence would be destroyed and the nation would lose valuable historical data and heritage. It will also be the end of ecotourism activities and attractions at the mountain, and we're not even talking about the possible environmental disaster that would ensue when all that is left of Gunung Pulai is a barren carcass.